Hey guys, it's Alex again here. Have you ever wondered why a lot of projects, or in most cases, work tends to take longer than planned? Like when people, organizations try to make planning decisions, they tend to underestimate the time that things are going to take and probably how much they are going to cost as well. There's a lot of big examples in the world of the big projects that have happened, where in terms of planning they've fallen short of what they had been planned for. If you look at the Sydney Opera House, for example, in Australia, it took 10 years over the estimated time that it was predicted to finish. Look at the Crossrail in London, way over the estimated timeline and way over budget. And this was actually investigated and put forward by an economist called Daniel Kahneman. The psychologist and the economist. He basically called this the planning fallacy. And one of the main reasons why this happens is actually because of our tendency to concentrate on the finer details of specific events rather than looking at the broader picture. So, for example, when we look and think of some project that is going to happen, we'll just think of the specific small details and forget the bigger picture. For example, when you look at the bigger picture, you tend not to look at things like there could be illnesses that could happen. If you're traveling, there could be travel disruptions which could impact on the way that the project is going to run and the time of people to arrive. So this tends to be sort of less predictable factors to the project, rather than the more sort of predictable ones, which you know, like how much a particular item is going to cost, how much how much you're going to pay people. So these less predictable time factors are the ones we need to consider in our projects, for example. And most of the time as well, it is self-motivated reasoning for people. So it's especially when people are getting paid for putting together a plan which is based on short term, because their rewards are linked to it. So if you're going to deliver a project in a short space of time with a restricted budget, there might be factors, because you get rewarded for doing that. So you tend to put a plan which is actually aligns to those shorter time scales. But in reality, when you look at the less predictable factors, for example, people not being able to get to there, you'll be distracted with certain things that happen in the day. It could be, if you look at even things like you take a short period of time to take a phone call, you take a bit of time to look at your social media, and generally more and more of these less predictable factors, which when you combine them, especially on a big project, combine them and they are happening across a lot of people, you'll find that those will lead to delays. So the moral of the story is to be more realistic at the projects and things that you're doing in terms of planning. Give yourself sufficient time, but also think of the less predictable factors to a project, so that you can factor those in and make your project and your planning a lot more predictable, so you don't have these frustrations of having to spend a lot more resources on the project, when these could have been thought of in terms of the bigger picture when you set your store in order to start your project. So I hope that's been quite useful, and I hope you go out there, learn, experience, and grow. Cheers.